Welcome back to designing and publishing a website in Figma. In the previous episode, I showed you the Figma to Figma Sites workflow, and I showed you how you can actually publish a website, a simple website, using the Figma Sites app. And today we're going to continue. We're going to take a look at some responsive features of Figma Sites and how it all actually works. So let's get right into it. By the way, if you're interested in one-on-one coaching live sessions with me, you can book one using the link in the description. Over the course of this series, we have created this entire system of sites and this simple design system that we have here on the left side. And since we're probably going to be continuing in the future within Figma Sites, I'm just going to copy everything from this file, Command C, to this file, Web Design Series in Figma Sites. I'm just going to paste that in here, right? So we have everything. It says pasted with unpublished variables. I'm just going to copy variables into this file, and it created variables in this file as well. So you can see that variables, components, all that stuff, sections, Figma Sites, the Figma Sites interface is very similar to an actual Figma interface. That's going to be coming up a lot. So the transition from designing websites in Figma and publishing them in Figma Sites is very easy. So I'm just going to go back here and I'm just going to copy the styles. So I'm just going to select the text styles that we have created, shift click all of them, Command C, go here, Command V. So we pasted in all these text styles. Then I'm going to do the same with color styles. All right, so I'm just going to do Command C, go here, and Command V. Whoops, probably didn't press copy for styles, paste, and okay, it pasted in twice. We just need it once. Perfect. Hopefully this linked the text styles. It looks like somewhere it did and somewhere it didn't. It's honestly no big deal because we're probably going to be rebuilding a lot of the stuff anyway. And so let's just keep it simple for now. We do have the style here, so if we want to reconnect, that's okay. We can do that. All right, so we built one responsive element in the actual Figma file. For example, this horizontal card here over here. If I create an instance of this card and then I shrink it, you can see that it's actually responsive, okay? And this is a huge advantage when you actually want to publish stuff in Figma Sites, and I'm going to show you why. So right now, let's say, first of all, let's take a look at this headline and connect this style to H3. This one is going to be H3 as well. This one is going to be actually body or like paragraph. Yep, paragraph body text. And this one's going to be paragraph body text as well. This one is going to be paragraph bold, I think. Or do we have button text? We don't, so paragraph bold, and this one is going to be paragraph bold as well. All right, so we have the text styles linked. And if you want to see how I build this component that we're now going to use on our site, go and check out the playlist linked in the description, the playlist that this video is a part of, the web design series. But in any case, let's just fill this with some dummy content. Let's just say that this is going to be headline 1, and there's going to be some description, and then maybe we're going to have headline 2, and then we're going to have also headline 3. Okay, perfect. Now just so that we can tell them apart, I'm going to change the colors of those images. I think I'm just going to change the tint. Yeah, let's change the tint. With this one, I'm going to do something similar, just so that we can tell them apart immediately, essentially. Okay, that should be different enough, I hope. Temperature. All right, let's. And now these layouts, usually if you take a look, for example, what we created here, right? These go zigzag. So I want to go and change the direction. I want to go ahead and change the direction on this one to the other side. So we basically have a layout that you usually see anywhere. So that's the first step. The second step is going to be Shift A, press enter, and then make sure it's on fill container, which it is. Now I'm going to call these horizontal cards, and we actually want to use them on our website. Okay, so let me just take them and drop them inside of our site. Okay, great. And now if you take a look, if I actually launch the prototype, first of all, let me just extend these pages. We have desktop, tablet, and mobile. I'm just gonna move them over here, move them over here, move them over here. I'm just gonna align them to the top, all of them. So I selected all of them, shift click, and then option W. So what I wanna do next is show you what this actually looks like on a website. So I do have a card, and we have a tablet resolution, and then we have a mobile resolution. Okay, right here. So something's happening, but the responsiveness is not looking very good, as you can see. We do have something is happening here, just looks like a mobile version, I guess, but still it's really weird. So let's take a look what we can do to fix that actually. Let's go back. And the first thing I'm going to do is actually make sure this is constrained to, the position of this is constrained to left and right. That's okay. But at the same time, on the desktop version, what we want to do is make sure it goes from the top. Okay. So left and right, top, and then I want to do 0 so that it's exactly at the edge. And you can see that something happened immediately. Figma realized that what we are looking for is actually an element that's going to be basically glued to the left and right sides of the interface, and it's going to stay that way across all sizes. So you can already see that the responsiveness is looking way better. Now if I just align this again with this element, shift click and option W, and then make sure this is actually constrained from the top instead of the bottom, right, in the mobile version. So all of them are constrained from the top and left and right, and all of them have 0. Now take a look at what happens if I open the prototype again and I shrink this, and I keep shrinking this, right? This is awesome. So it's fully responsive. Now what remains to do is switch the direction of one of those on mobile. So let's say headline 2, and I'm going to do direction. I'm going to switch this. Okay. Or maybe we want to go with the image. We want to lead with the image first. And in that case, all of those, but only on mobile, by the way, all of those, but only on mobile, are going to be with the direction towards the right or enabled. I didn't change this setting on tablet nor desktop, and this is now the final result. So if you take a look, I have desktop, then I have mobile, and thanks to the element being glued to the left and right sides, I can shrink this, and then I can basically go to mobile, right, which is this, and we got image, headline, text button, image, headline, text button, and so on and so forth. Now it appears that Figma Sites doesn't support image modifications, so we cannot tell those apart. That's a bit of a shame, but we still have headline 2 and headline 3. So we do know what is going on. I'm also going to extend these sites so that they are sufficient height. And now all that remains, the easiest part, the most satisfying part, is to actually update our site. Now it says 2 issues to review, and yeah, it says appearance unsupported image adjustments. So it's admitting, Figma Sites is admitting, hey, I cannot handle these filters. Never mind, let's remove them actually. Let's just remove those. So what we're missing is just alt text. Now, ideally, we should be adding that, but for the purpose of this site, we don't really need that. So I'm just going to ignore that one for now. I apologize for anyone who is expecting an alt text, but yeah, I'm just going to keep that one without the alt text, and I'm going to click update, which is going to take a second, but it's going to then update our site that we can then access using this URL. And so I am back on our site, and I'm going to hit refresh, and you can see that it loaded these elements, including these images. And what happens now, if I shrink this, you can see that it's fully responsive. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is actual code. So you can just see how insanely fast building responsive, fully responsive websites using Figma Sites actually is. And if I do inspect, you can see that all of this is that's just code. It's divs, paragraphs, just the way these sites are supposed to be built. Now, there are some questions about auto-generated code and SEO and other technical considerations, which I think is going to only improve from here. And that's one thing. And the other thing is, for the purposes that these are usually used for, right? So for portfolio, for other simple sites, it's usually not necessary. So I'm really happy about how smooth all this is and how simple it actually is to build. You can see that it actually keeps the hover effect, right? So it actually respects the hover that we defined within this component. Let me go here. So in the button component that we copied from the previous file, you can see that we have the wild hovering effect interaction. So this is pretty great. It's pretty sweet. So we can just use all these elements, all of these components that we created, and it's gonna work anyway. So we're gonna continue in the upcoming videos. If you have any ideas, any suggestions, feel free to let me know in the comments below. If you're interested in one-on-one sessions, coaching, live sessions with me to improve your design skills, also check out the link in the description. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and I will see you in the next one.